This has to be one of the most iconic and frequently visited landmarks visited in the United States of America. However, Mount Rushmore also has an incredible secret within the sculpture that visually represents 4 of the United States' former presidents. The 60-foot-tall granite face is situated in Pennington County, South Dakota, was built sometime between 1927 and 1941 by architects Gutzon and his son Lincoln Borglum. From left to right, we have George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and finally Abraham Lincoln. We all know these faces, but only a few people are aware of the alleged secret I am about to discuss in a second. The Shrine of Democracy faces in the direction of southeast for maximum exposure to the sun, and is believed to have been funded $250,000 by President Calvin Coolidge. Architect Borglum had also planned to add in a large chamber, most commonly thought of as the Hall of Records within the mountain, which would store important documents, artifacts, and other items of interest pivotal to American democratic history. The idea was that the hall could be accessible via an 800-foot granite staircase, which would lead to a secretive pathway located behind the 4 presidents' faces. Next, a bronze eagle would be placed above the entrance, with a staggering wingspan of 38 feet, carefully inscribed with the words America's Onward March and the Hall of Records. Recovered plans for the sculpture reveal that Borglum had intended for the recesses to house glass and bronze storage cabinets, including the Constitution, but Borglum sadly passed away following a heart attack in 1941 during World War II, having never seen the fruit of his work, but there would still be an opportunity to see it through to completion. In 1938, 3 years before Borglum's death, a 70-foot tunnel had been blasted out of the mountain using good old dynamite, which paved the way for later work, as the president was adamant that the president's faces should be completed before anything else. So did the secret chamber ever get completed? In 1998, Borglum's vision was carried out, when a collation of records housed in a titanium vault behind Abraham Lincoln, and covered with a granite capstone, was placed in the floor of the hall entry. It contained 16 panels explaining the story of how and why Mount Rushmore was created, an attractive history of the United States of America, and the rationale for selecting those 4 presidents carved on the mountain. In July 2009, Greenpeace protesters following the hijacking of Italian coal power stations moved in on Mount Rushmore to take decisive action on climate change, trespassing the sculpture without authorization, and thankfully did not gain internal access. And that's the story of the secret chamber behind Mount Rushmore, known as the Hall of Records. Please subscribe and have a great day.